What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to yet another edition of On the Topic Of, which is a series I do right here on the YouTube channel every single Friday, where I choose a piece of news that's been in the video game news spotlight in the past week or so, and I give my thoughts and opinions on it, as well as keep you guys informed along the way. And today, we are going to be talking about a little game called Rocket League, which was actually my game of the year for 2015, mainly because it seemed like Rocket League was a pretty good personification, for lack of a better term, of what gaming in 2015 for me was all about, and it definitely earned that title in my books. It earned a lot of awards, not just from me, but from many other prestigious kinds of academies in the gaming industry and whatnot. In general, it has been pretty well received by the community, and there's an awesome piece of DLC that is going to be coming out on March 8th to coincide with the Batman vs. Superman movie release. So I thought that I would talk about that for a little bit, as well as commend Psyonix on the awesome work that they've done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So Rocket League was released in the summer of 2015, and since then there has been some DLC that has also been released for the game, and there are pretty much two different kinds of categories that this DLC falls into. The first of which is priced at about $3.99, where it comes with a lot of cosmetic stuff as well as a lot of expansion content such as maps and whatnot for the game itself. A couple of those are Chaos Run and Revenge of the Battle Cars. Those are the two that really stick out in my mind. I believe those are the only two that have come out to date, but those are priced at $3.99 if you do have the base game, which is a pretty reasonable price for an expansion pack with that amount of content in it. Now there are also cosmetic packs, and the only one of those that I could find on Steam was actually the Back to the Future car pack that celebrated the movie's 30th anniversary later last October, and that pretty much just gave you a DeLorean to play as in the game, which was a very cool addition to the game, and I thought that a lot of people bought it and enjoyed it. I didn't actually buy it, but I did see a lot of gameplay of it, and I thought that it was a pretty awesome thing that they took the time to build a DeLorean for Rocket League, specifically for that anniversary of a famous movie that a lot of people that play Rocket League probably enjoyed. So now here we are coming up on the release of Batman vs. Superman this March, and it's a pretty big movie release. A lot of people are excited about this. I'm not really that big of a movies guy, to be honest, but I will probably still go and see Batman vs. Superman. At the very least, I will more than likely rent it from Redbox. But the movie does look to be very good, and it's kind of kicking off the dawn of justice is what the subtitle actually is. But it's pretty much the beginning of the Justice League, which is a pretty awesome concept for a movie, and they went ahead and brought that into Rocket League. They contacted the guys over at Warner Brothers Games, they contacted the guys over at DC Comics, and they were like, hey, let's make this happen, and lo and behold, we now have access to a Batmobile coming on March 8th in Rocket League, and it looks freaking sweet, as the trailer kind of is showing off. Now, a lot of people are going to say that the DLC for a game doesn't matter. The cosmetic stuff for Rocket League doesn't really matter, and to some degree, I would have to agree with that. What it comes down to is that the base game needs to be good before any DLC or cosmetic stuff can be added. But Rocket League is a great game. It plays wonderfully. Like I said, it was my game of the year for 2015, mainly because of the incredible physics engine that is within the game. You simply have to appreciate that. But at the same time, whenever you're looking at the DLC and cosmetic stuff, you have to really admire the fact that Psyonix is paying attention to the people that are actually playing their game, because I would be willing to bet that the people that have stuck around in Rocket League for as long as they have, the people that started playing it week one whenever it was released as a PlayStation Plus game, the people that bought it on day one, the people that bought it whenever it was released on the Xbox One, these people are still playing this game, and the community that has stuck with the game over time is probably a very tight-knit community of those that are into the entertainment industry as a whole, that are into movies, that are into TV shows, that are deep into other games. And so you see these things like the Halo and Gears of War car packs that have come out. You see things like the Sweet Tooth car pack that ties in with Twisted Metal. Then you see stuff like the Batman vs. Superman thing that we're talking about right now. You see stuff like the DeLorean for Back to the Future. You see all these incredible cars that are coming out, in addition to themed kind of map packs such as Chaos Run. And although it's not really a map pack, it's more of a DLC pack, it is loosely themed around the Mad Max movie that came out earlier last year. And taking all of this into consideration, you can really take a moment to admire the fact that Psyonix knows who plays their games, they know who they need to contact to get some incredible content coming into their games, and that's the kind of thing that keeps me coming back month after month, in addition to that incredible gameplay. Not only do I get an awesome experience whenever I log on to Rocket League, but I also get some incredible content that's offered to me at a pretty reasonable price. You know, if this was like $10 for a Back to the Future DeLorean or a Batman vs. Superman Batmobile, there'd be no way. But the fact that it's only $1.99, that's cheaper than a cheeseburger at any kind of fast food restaurant for the most part, that's definitely reasonable, and that's something I can get behind. So what is the entire summary for this video? Pretty much there is an incredible Batmobile coming to Rocket League, which I would definitely recommend checking out if you already have the game, or at least watch this trailer that's been playing in the corner of this video for quite a while. But in addition to that, I wanted to take a moment to thank Psyonix for doing such an incredible job with Rocket League. Not only have they managed to keep the servers online, keep the game running well, and keep hackers for the most part out of their entire game, but they've also managed to pull enough strings, you know, call in enough favors, and talk to enough of the right people to make some incredible cosmetic and gameplay centric DLC for their awesome game. And that's not something you see very often in the gaming industry. Normally they either hit the base game and then they kind of miss the DLC, or they hit the DLC but the base game wasn't that great. We see a perfect example of what every game should strive to be with Rocket League, and that is awesome. So there you guys have it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what you think about this new cosmetic DLC coming to Rocket League that is more than likely going to be priced at $1.99. Will you be playing with the Batmobile in Rocket League? Will you even be seeing the movie, or do you not care about DLC at all and you just love games for what they are whenever they first come out? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and if you are new to the channel or you've never seen any of my other videos, I do upload new stuff like 3 or 4 days a week depending on the week, and I stream live on twitch.tv/PrettyChillGuy311 every single Saturday night, and sometimes throughout the week too if I'm feeling it, so give me a follow over there. But without further ado, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.